Do you consider yourself someone that suffers from ADHD?
Can I be completely honest about this?
How do you define ADHD?
I think photography has also taught me to embrace it.
We're out here at Sony Kando, where everyone is super uncomfortable and for sure, no one knows each other.
It's like a 24, was it?
Hello.
Wow.
Why am I not on the camcorder?
There you go. This is gonna have so much vibes.
Yeah.
Say something to the vibes.
I love animals.
And for sure, everything is super normal here and nothing really remarkable is going on. So let's walk around and ask people if they have ADHD. Do you suffer from ADHD?
I don't think so, no. I've suffered from a lot of other things, Taylor, but ADHD is not among them.
Manny Ortiz, do you suffer from ADHD?
Who are you?
I'm Steve from Walgreens.
Oh, yeah, I do.
What do you do to cope with it? Or what makes your life a little bit better?
It's called Adderall.
Do you suffer from ADHD?
You know, I didn't want to say I suffer from ADHD, but he keeps saying I suffer from ADHD, and I think it's undiagnosed. I have a very short attention span, and I pick up a lot of hobbies, and then I don't fulfill them.
Miguel, do you suffer from ADHD?
Yes.
What do you do to make your life better?
You said Southern California, like Orange County. What?
Do you suffer from ADHD?
No.
Can I be completely honest about this? So I have been seeing a therapist for the last 6 months, and it sort of came to fruition 36 years into my life that I have a neurodivergent brain. And working with them, they sort of like showed me like what does an ADHD brain behave like, what are some sort of symptoms of that, and how do you sort of mitigate that? And yeah, I mean, it's funny you're asking this question because I bumped into a few people that for the first time, and this sort of just organically comes up. So I won't just say yes, but according to my therapist, I have a brain that leans that way. Yeah.
Do you suffer from ADHD?
Yeah. Yes.
So that's a yes?
Yeah.
You know, the model was asking me earlier, like, what hobbies I have, and I was like, girl, you don't even want to know. Like, I have way too many hobbies, like the ADHD problem.
And are you good at all of them?
You know what? I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. And follow-up question, what do you do to manage it? Or do you manage it, or do you let it run free and do your creative process?
I kind of like, like sometimes it's too much, right? But it's like a part of me. I don't know. I'm like all over the place and a little crazy, you know?
Adderall. And I take that on days where clients are like, yo, you need to get this done. Because otherwise I wait for the day before the deadline.
Terry, do you suffer from ADHD?
I do not suffer from ADHD. I've got a whole lot of other problems and issues, but I don't think I suffer from ADHD.
Who is Matt? Do you suffer from ADHD?
No. I have high energy and extroversion, but not medically diagnosed ADHD.
Thank you. Lee Zavitz, do you suffer from ADHD?
I do not. I definitely have struggled with like just time management and stuff like that, but I don't think I get like mega sidetracked. And I'm not like the type of person that's like doing something and like squirrel. I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Do you have ADHD?
Probably.
We're just not diagnosed. And we don't care. We're just thriving.
30, flirty and thriving. Chris Brockhurst, do you suffer from ADHD?
Absolutely.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Oh, you took the mic.
Figure out a good routine, and then when you have a good day, try and replicate that. If you need to, go and get some medications, because that can help you keep some like really good focus. And generally just embrace it and don't think of it as a bad thing, because it is somewhat of a superpower when it works. Other times it can be a real pain in the ass.
Do you consider yourself someone that has ADHD?
Maybe in some things.
Jason Vincent is down here in the corner lurking on this photo shoot. Let's go talk to him.
Face out the window just a bit. There it is.
The focus and concentration. Jason Vincent, do you suffer from ADHD?
I do actually suffer from ADHD.
You look hyper-focused.
I'm somewhat ignoring you.
Do you suffer from ADHD?
Yes, I do. I've been diagnosed, but I just don't want to admit it or really like ever think about it, because it makes you go like, what is wrong with me? And just like having a good routine kind of helps you manage it. But for the longest time, I was like in denial, because people were like, you definitely have ADHD. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm just undisciplined.
Are you somebody that suffers from ADHD?
Oh gosh, big time. I know where my struggles are, so I kind of try and schedule around like I try not to put a lot of things that distract me. One thing that's been really helping me is lion's mane mushrooms. So I've been taking a lion's mane mushroom supplement that really helps me focus.
Suffer from ADHD?
No, actually. I used to, but it was like induced from my own habits of too much social media and YouTube videos.
So you overcame it. What did you do to overcome it?
Less scrolling and also meditation and breath work.
Winnie, do you suffer from ADHD?
No.
That's the question. That's it.
That's it?
That's all. Do you suffer from ADHD?
I think I do. I know I used to. I was diagnosed when I was a kid with it. But do I currently suffer from it? It's been quite some time since I've sought professional opinion on it, but I like to think that I probably still do.
And what did you do? Did you do anything, or was it just natural growth?
As a child, I was on a medication for it for quite some time, but I did not like how the medication made me feel. As I grew and got older, I started to wean myself off of that. And I think with that came personal growth and a better understanding of who I was and how I operate in this world. And through that, I've been able to, I think, manage it a little bit better, albeit I think there's still times where I find myself struggling with it. And it's an even bigger effort to be consciously aware of that struggle, right? To notice that that's something that's impacting you on a day-to-day basis or not.